Hello and welcome to the second part of my list of favourite books and book series. Yesterday I went through my choices for numbers 10 to 6 and they were A Song of Ice and Fire, The Lord of the Rings, Stuart Alive Backwards, I Captured the Castle and The Secret Garden. So let's move straight on with my number 5, which is Harry Potter. The Harry Potter series, as an entire story and entire world, it is number 5 in my list because I love the world so much and the people in it. My favourite book of the series is The Order of the Phoenix. It is the book where most of my favourite events happen. I do love a good underground rebellion just as a plot in general. Also, Fred and George are my favourite characters and I feel like this is the book where they have the most to do. They're great books. Number 4 is the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett, my favourite being Night Watch. It's almost impossible for me to describe a Discworld. It's a world similar to ours but quite different. The first time I tried to read Discworld I started at the beginning and it didn't go particularly well. The second time I started with The Truth and I would recommend that being a good place to start. It's one of the standalone books, you really don't need to know anything that's happened before to enjoy it, and just it's a really good book. Number 3 on my list is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper. I studied this at GCSE English when I was 16 and it was pretty much my favourite book for a long time. It's about race and racism. It's about law and democracy and childhood and rights. It's about prejudices. Great book! Number 2 on my list is I, Claudius and Claudius the God by Robert Graves. These are 2 separate books, they are book and sequel, but I read them as one and I placed them as one. As number 2 on my list. These are historical novels. I found that I didn't really get to love the books until I got into Claudius the God. There are a lot of characters and the story takes place over many years and it can be hard to get to grips with the story. They're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. For me, the story just grew and improved all the way through until by the end I was just engrossed in the entire plot and the entire story and the entire character of Claudius, because Claudius is a pretty fantastic character. I love these books and they are my number 2. And finally, number 1, my favourite book of all time, currently, is Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. I wish I could read it in French, but I read this book in English. Quite a long span of years, very many characters, slow parts. It's a historical novel set in France, in the early 19th century. If you've seen the musical, you have an idea. It's a great story. I love the musical, but the book is 100 times better. Seriously, the characters are so much better in the books. Gavroche is a brilliant character in the books, and he is relegated dramatically in the musical. Eponine, similarly. She's not just part of a love triangle, she's a great character. Javert also is a lot more interesting in the book. It can be a little bleak, but I was surprised how much I found funny in this. Great story, great characters. Favourite book of all time. It's probably quite obvious from my list that I like epic stories with many characters and lots of jeopardy. I like my world to be fully realised. I like to get my money's worth with my reading. I have some honourable mentions, those which I was umming and ahhing about putting in the top 10. They include several Jane Austen novels, my favourites being Mansfield Park and Persuasion, Little Dorrit, Watchmen, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Gormenghast and The Hunger Games. But those are my favourites currently. Who knows what my favourite book will be in a year's time. Of course, other people will look for different things from their literature, but that is what I look for, and those are the books that I have most enjoyed, and the books that I will read and read and read again, and will recommend to anybody who will listen. I would love to hear your thoughts on the books that I have chosen and also your favourite books. That would be very interesting. See you tomorrow.